All right, this is Kent Dueck from Inner City Youth Alive. I'm sitting here with Tobi Jolly and Aleah Isaac, two of our staff that work in our bridge and work with youth and kids in our community. So over to you guys. It's been a very interesting season, and we've gone from, full-on drop-in, a blender with the lid off, lots of kids flying around, and now here we are. So tell us a little bit of what's going on in your world. Tobi, what's happening?
So I'm the Teens Drop-In Coordinator. Typically, I work on Tuesdays with the teens. Right now, we have a Facebook group where we're uploading skits and talk times and challenges for the kids to do. We're doing a lot of connecting on Facebook and texting and possibly video games and TikTok, trying to encourage kids to be on screens, which is new for all of us, I think. Trying to let them know that we're still here for them, but not hang out with them in person, which is really hard for them and us.
Very complicated.
And we're also doing care packages for them and the kids. So I think Aleah can talk about that too. But for the teens, it's a lot of like puzzles and coloring pages, adult coloring book pages, and craft. So origami is what we're doing right now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So Aleah, what's going on for you? What are you doing? How are you involved?
Yeah, so I typically work with preteens and with kids. So we're trying to figure out ways to connect with kids who might not be on screens quite as much. So we decided we wanted to hand out care packages for our kids that normally come to our drop-ins. So that means they'll get like a craft of some kind that they can do at home with not like too many extra supplies needed, and then some small snacks and just other like encouraging notes and stuff like that. Yeah, so we're handing out 73 of those this week.
We're going to 73 houses.
Yeah.
And I think
over 130 kids.
Yeah, are getting something to do at home and snacks.
Okay. So just curious, I know one of the things we think about as kids that are sort of most vulnerable. We've got our kids that are all of our kids dealing with challenges, right? But how's it going for kids that you knew when they're going to go, when this is going to go down, that it's going to be tougher for them? Any sort of sense of what's going on there?
Yeah, I think I also see a lot of families who are really working super hard to keep their kids inside and try to be community, team players as much as the rest of us. And that's super encouraging. And it's really impressive, I think, so far.
Yeah, one of the first things we did when we knew that we weren't going to be starting programs again for a little bit is we reached out to families and asked them, do you need groceries? Do you need this? And actually what a lot of people said was I think I'm good. Please give it to somebody who needs it more. So it really spoke volumes about our community and what kind of people are here who come to our programs. It was really great to see how much they thought about each other, even though everything is really hard for them at home for sure. So for teens who are really vulnerable, we've been Facebook messaging. You can also video chat on that, FaceTime, and just trying to get what feels like as close to a real connection as we can, because there's a lot of kids who we spend a lot of time with. The rest of the time we go out for coffee, Slurpees, hanging out here at the bridge, kind of being one of their people that they can go to at any time. And so trying to let them know that we still can be that is just going to be very different right now. Some teens aren't super on board with it because it sucks. It's not great. It's not fun to not be with somebody. So trying to help them navigate that and to understand that we're concerned for their safety and our family's safety and their family's safety and our city's safety. It's just a lot to think about that I don't think necessarily kids and preteens and teens have ever had to be forced to deal with all the time. So
yeah. How do you guys think about, I know we're all going through this, and this is not just us, but all of the world, I suppose. But how do you think about, after a day, what do you sort of say, okay, that was a good day? Or, how do you measure kind of how, what are some of the things that you said, okay, well, that was a good day?
Yeah, I think last week when we managed to hand out the care packages, I just said to Tobi, if nothing else good happens this week,
totally,
at least we did that. Yeah, definitely, changing the success bar is a lot.
Yeah, we were able to hand out 50-some packages last week, and we kind of made our list longer this week. But knocking on doors and talking to parents from their steps or from their front walk and just kind of seeing them and seeing some of our kids that way. and having them be like really excited to see us and just to be connected with us. I had one parent from inside the house. I could hear one of her daughters, "Who's out there?" She's like, "It's Tobi. Do you want to come look at her?"
What a novelty.
Yeah.
Just to just to see Tobi
to see her.
is a novelty.
Which was funnier too, because she was like, the kid was like, "I guess not." So looking
because
at
all she can do is look at you, right?
wasn't as
not
exciting, I
actually connect
guess.
with you. Yeah. So things are changing, and in terms of when you think of the people that support the work we do here, like how can people remember us right now? What are any needs that you guys can think of specifically? Any prayer items? What?
Yeah, I think just for a lot of the younger kids who are maybe struggling to like fully wrap their minds around what's going on, we've been trying to include just information packages about COVID-19 and how you can protect yourself, protect your family. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of misinformation out there, and our kids are definitely the most vulnerable to that. So just that they would like have someone in their life that could properly explain it and take the time to do that.
We wanted our packages to be like readable, like where you don't have to Google every single word. So we tried to make them accessible to parents and kids so that they can understand the information that's being passed to them, because sometimes you read like an info packet or like something that's warning you and you're like, I have no idea what this means. So
Right.
trying to help them get accurate information and to kind of feel a little bit more in control rather than just have social media is full of information right now and not all of it is right. So I think that was something that we really wanted to make sure our kids had.
And just on a personal level, how is it feeling for you guys to do your work kind of these days?
Yeah, it's a lot of adjusting for sure.
There is something that's really nice about it. I get to work with Aleah all the time and
Spend
Bree.
so much time together.
Typically, we don't see each other. We work different programs and different days.
And myself, correct?
and yourself and everybody. We're all here at the office
Yes.
every day. So it's new in that way, but
Yeah.
it's a different sort of tiring than
Yeah.
working drop-in was.
Yeah.
There was something very fulfilling about that when you got to see kids and like feel good about the connections you made at drop-in and stuff like that. So this is kind of a different sort of difficult where you get to be like, I guess I got to see them on FaceTime today. So
That's good.
working
Yeah.
on it.
And I think also just you notice people spending more time, like when you do drop something off, they're spending more time at the door, and just I think that like unhurried
Yeah.
feeling is a big blessing in this.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you to you guys for the work you're doing. And I mean, it's, our mission statement's all about hope. And so this is a season where we definitely need to be, putting legs to hope. And you guys have been out there in the community, and thank you for your work. And that's a little of what we're trying to do to live out our mission and do what our supporters have asked us to do. And so, thank you so much. And I appreciate your time.